Hey guys, welcome to today's Lunchtime Live. So I'm doing things a little differently today. This is a live training. I've got some notes here that you'll be able to read, and I'll share this information too in the Facebook group. So today I wanted to talk about what I call the weekend curse, which is really like where you're good all week long and then the weekend comes and you just fall apart. And so this is like cheat days or cheat meals that turn into cheat weekends. And so it encompasses all of that. And so basically, it's like you make all these drastic changes on Monday, and you're so strict, like Monday, Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, things kind of start to fall apart. And then like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is just an all out binge, right? And so this cycle of restriction and binging really leads to a bad relationship with food and disordered eating. And so a lot of people only think of eating disorders as like, bulimia and anorexia and all that kind of stuff. But disordered eating exists as well in this form of this binge format that I'm talking about, and is actually really, really common. So I thought I would take this opportunity to address this and give you guys some solutions to have going into the weekend that you can implement every weekend and from here on out to really release yourself from that binge and restrict cycle. So here's some solution for you. Number one, stop having cheat meals or cheat days. Altogether, just reframe the way you look at food in your nutrition altogether. So basically, there is no good and bad food. And I've said this before a lot. So if you just reframe that and look at food for what it is. And so if you're eating something and you need to just look at it and say, okay, this may not be the best nutritional choice, but I'm going to eat it right now. I'm going to enjoy it. And then you release any of that guilt or shame. Okay. And just move on. And so by not cheating and not labeling food as bad, if you're not kicking off that you craving in your brain, like as soon as you say, I can't have this, that's all you want, like as soon as you say, that's it, I'm not eating any more carbs, then all you want is carbs. Or I'm going to cut out all sugar, and then all you want is sugar. So by not really, labeling foods bad, then you don't ever have that craving or that restriction and binging. And then another thing, a lot of people tell me that they save their calories all week long so that they can binge on the weekend. Stop doing this. This again is leading to that binge cycle. So, me, I'm not about tracking calories anyway, but if you do choose to track calories on your own, it doesn't work like a math equation. Our bodies are just not that simple, So don't try to store all your calories up for the weekend so that you can just go on an all-out binge. If you eat normally all week long, you'll really reduce the need to binge. Like you'll just have this balance each day throughout, and then when the weekend comes, it's just like a normal day, and then you again end that binge cycle. So if you want an Oreo and it's Tuesday, eat the Oreo. I've said this about pizza as well. And if you instead, when you restrict yourself all week long, I can't have that Oreo, can't have that Oreo, then when the weekend rolls around, you'll end up eating like the whole pack or the whole sleeve of Oreos. So there's no need to restrict yourself like that. If you want the Oreo, eat it, enjoy it, and then move on. Another solution for you is instead of saying, oh no, I can't have that. As soon as you say, I can't have it, you immediately trigger that craving, right? So instead of it, a better phrase would be, I just don't want it right now. And I was guilty of this for sure with my kids when we'd have ice cream in the summertime and they'd say, oh, mom, you want an ice cream? And I was always like, oh no, I can't have that. And then you feel that deprivation, and then you feel that like you're not part of it, like they're eating one way, you're eating another, and you're separate. And that is never going to work long term. So instead, if you don't want to eat the ice cream because you want to make a healthier choice, then simply say, I just don't want that right now. Okay. And then always go into the weekend with a plan. For example, if you're going to eat out on the weekend, which many of us do, it's helpful to go online and look, or even on your phone, and look at the menu for that restaurant that you plan to go to. You can choose your meal ahead of time, which will make it so much easier for you when you get there. You're not looking at all these different options when you're really hungry and you may make a poor decision. So simply choosing before you go makes it easy, takes the guesswork out of it, and you can make a healthy choice when you're planning ahead. Also, I always say this, always eat your fibrous carbs first. So if you get a side salad with your meal, eat your whole side salad, fill up on those healthy fibrous carbs because they're going to make you feel fuller faster. And then you'll eat less of the other food in your meal. So you can still order the loaded baked potato. You just will probably be full and won't need to eat the whole thing, but you can still eat it and enjoy what you do eat of it. And then you just want to eat till you're full, but not stuffed. Also, you want to plan to make a few meals at home. And the key thing here is actually write down what you're going to make. Have like a little chalkboard or whiteboard in your kitchen with a menu on it. There's so many cute options you can buy. I have a little chalkboard in my kitchen where I write stuff down on. And so once you write it down, it really helps you be more accountable. So go ahead and write down what you plan to make for maybe for breakfast on Saturday and breakfast on Sunday. And you're more likely to make those things having documented them than if you just, are spitballing in your head, this is what you're going to make this weekend. And my last tip is really to get some movement in on the weekend. Typically, ideally anyway, Sundays are a great day for this. So I love to play with the kids in the yard. We play football or go for a bike ride or go for a walk, depending on the weather. It's a great way to really start your week. It puts you in this great mindset and you've got your movement already started for the week so that when Monday rolls around, which is typically really busy for all of us, getting back into the swing of work and kids and school and all that, it's really hard to start Monday, so if you keep putting it off till Monday, you may never get it done. Whereas you start Sundays are typically a little bit more time for us. You can make that a family event and get your kids involved and your husband. And, like I said, go for walks really easy. There's lots of things you could do to get some movement in. So those are my tips to overcome the weekend curse. I hope that you will implement them and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your feedback. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and I will catch you again on the next Friday's Lunchtime Live.